Hey everybody, it's Mergo, and in this one we'll be discussing WARFRONTS, an awesome thing that's coming in Battle for Azeroth. So essentially WARFRONTS is the implementation of real-time strategy gameplay into World of Warcraft itself. And I fell in love with WoW because I had played Warcraft 3 before. So this really sounds awesome to me, honestly. But let's just get into the details. So WARFRONTS are huge, as in there's going to be a lot of people participating at once. I assume it will be some kind of raid-style gameplay, as the size of your team is 20 players. So you got 20 people on your team, and that's right, 20. It's a raid. So your goal is to work together building structures, upgrade those structures, and then build troops. You'll be in head-to-head combat with random NPC generals as you defend your territory. So as you're doing this, when you start playing, you have to collect resources. Lumber, you gotta build your stuff up. Iron to build your stuff up. Just like in Warcraft. And then you donate those resources to the building that you wish to upgrade. The better coordinated your team effort is, the faster things will get built, because you got to collect the resources, donate them, and then after they're donated, peons come build it after it has enough resources. But if you're all donating sporadically and you don't have some kind of coordination, yeah, it's going to take ages, and you may lose just because you couldn't coordinate. Now, once you've collected and donated, new buildings will appear, allowing you to start building other things. Or start spawning troops if you've built a barracks, for instance. Once your troops begin to build, they immediately run to the front lines, ready to press the attack on the enemy. And while they can fight on their own, they are capable of doing this, it is recommended, or they at least said you should be there to lead your troops into the battle. Much like how you would monitor over them while they were fighting. You wouldn't just throw your troops at the enemy base and then forget about them. You typically watched how they fought, you commanded them, essentially. So that's what they're saying. You should be there to lead your troops into the battle, because likely you're much stronger than the NPCs. So after victory, your faction will gain territory, which allows you to research and build bases. This will allow you to help you in future warfronts that you participate in. So as you've done this, it'll help you with researching to further progress your expansion, I suppose. But just like you, the enemy faction is also trying to press the attack forward, so they will gain territory back and forth as well. So you're going to be like rotating, who has territory where and when. This is definitely an interesting concept and mechanic. I'm curious how it will come into play in the game. If I remember, they said there would be like little markings on the map, and what I'm thinking is maybe the marking on the map, everybody has to go there, and whoever wins the most battles, maybe participating, it temporarily gives that faction control. Something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking in my head is how it might work, but we'll have to see when it comes into the game, right? Or when they reveal more details. Every time you battle, you'll be fighting different commanders who have varied special abilities, so it will be a different kind of fight each time. One might have special tanks, while another might have a special band of archers that wrecks your troops or something. Just something to add a different twist when you play through it, so you get a different vibe every time you're doing it. And on top of that, you have random events that can come throughout the battlefield. They use the example that a goblin mercenary might show up on the field, and if you decide to pay him, he'll give you more troops to assist in the fight. They didn't really mention any others, but I'm imagining in my head, maybe a champion from your faction arrives. He'll join you in the fight. He's really powerful or something. Or maybe you just happen to find a band of, priests that decide to heal your troops. Something like that. It does sound like, a whole bunch of things could be random events in this case. So, the first warfront will involve Stromgarde, which is getting a major graphical overhaul. It does look much different than it previously did. And it's looking like this will be a very different style of battle. In my head, I picture this like Garrisons, but in real time in a much better setup, I think. Because, kind of what you did in Garrison was get barracks, you built your town hall, things like that, but it was poorly done, obviously. Not well liked. All in all, I think this is the best feature so far that I've heard from, Battle for Azeroth. And of course, you might have a different opinion. That's more than fine. But this is my opinion because I was a huge Dune fan, right? I know I said I played Warcraft 3, and that's why I fell in love with WoW. But really, Dune 2000 was one of the first games that I ever played. So, if they can find a way to put that into WoW, definitely going to appreciate it, that's kind of vibe it gives me anyway, based on all these, the things they've mentioned. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm really looking forward to the Q&A at BlizzCon this afternoon, which, if you're watching this in the future, obviously isn't this afternoon, but anyways, I'm really looking forward to it. I want to see what people ask, all that kind of stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.